The Hunkydory folks have been at it again. This time the collection is called Lace in Bloom, and it's oh so pretty.
And we have some really interesting elements with this kit. We have acetate, parchment, postcards, and some shape cards, which are really unique.
Yeah, plus the whole luxury card kit. So lots of ideas. Come play with us. Well, here they all are, all the Lace in Bloom goodies.
Here we have the acetate, the postcards, the shape cards, and the parchment.
And the big kit. But you know what? Let's look at each one individually. So let's start here. Okay, so you can scoot that way. This is the Lace in Bloom luxury card kit. Now, you know, if you've been watching, that that's going to have a whole collection of things. So let's go through this. Well, number one, you've got some instructions. Well, you've got, actually, this is the inspiration sheet, but there aren't instructions in this one.
There aren't instructions in this one because they're not really needed. These are card toppers, and you can arrange them in lots of fun ways on your very own.
So you see there are about a dozen ideas, and then we're going to give you some too. But look at this. So they've got ovals, hearts, all of this with the foiling. All of these sheets, there are, let me see, 12
sheets. This one in particular is great. It has the stacking elements.
Okay.
They have a couple of pages that you can stack them on top of each other for that 3D effect.
And you can do that with foam tape, or if you don't want to do that, you can use them individually. Your choice.
Works great. You can get more cards that way.
Right. Here's another example of the same thing. These little pieces can go on top or or
so
not.
Stack them and create interesting images.
Just beautiful artwork. It's just quite lovely.
I love with the borders here, these long silver borders. Look at this. It just keeps going. 12 pages of die cuts. We didn't count them.
No, we didn't. We should have. But
there's oodles.
There's tons and tons. In fact, you can see, like, this is 3, 6, 9, 10 on this one sheet.
And this is my favorite, really, with the tags. Separate
pretty.
tags, just a focal all its own.
Just lovely. Isn't that pretty?
Oh, it's just gorgeous.
So lots and lots.
For card making, for scrapbooking.
Right. Look at these.
These little
pretty.
like background pieces, or they can be a front focal.
And then here are more flowers.
Lots of embellishments.
Now we're into the adorable scoreable. So half of it is going to be foiled, like these are, and then
there are 12 sheets.
There are 12.
Of those.
Okay, and then there will be half that will not have the foiling,
and that's another 12 sheets.
And this is the 350 GSM weight. So as I point that, you can hear it,
and it's got that great scoreability so that it doesn't crack when you fold it.
Very, very gorgeous.
And these come in all of these different ranging artworks and colors. You can mix and match with all of the elements in the kit.
Very much so, and I love the softness of this look. Yeah. It's just really pretty. So you've got the lace, you've got the flowers. Ooh, look at that, all over.
There's a couple of those all over foils.
And now these are the non-foiled, but they're still the same weight. So just so you can see, this thing does not end. It just keeps going.
And the artwork echoes the artwork in the die cut, so you can put them together. You can put them separately on a card all its own.
Right. I like cutting these and getting multiple cards out of them. That's my preference, but very pretty.
Ooh,
okay, now let's get into the project. So we're going to move that over. Okay, here is our first, and this is using the adorable scoreable and the die cuts. Now this is one, like you were talking about, that we built up with foam tape.
Right, so it's a 3D, it's a pyramage. Is that a pyramage when it's not in the center?
It's just 3D paper towel, right?
Paper towel, and you put foam tape on there. I love the little button elements. And,
I like the silver frame.
And this part here, I think that this is part of the cardstock that's just been cut in that banner shape.
Right, and then on the inside, just a little strip, and this is what I would do with the adorable scoreable, is to cut it apart and get more uses out of it.
And just a little bit of the dazzles, the dazzle border.
Because that's sort of nice. Now, okay, so this is just an example, and you've got all of the ideas inside.
Right.
Now we're going to start adding some other pieces, and we're going to start with the acetate. So do you want to bring that in?
Okay, so here is the Lace in Bloom acetate kit.
Right, and there are 15 sheets. There are 3 designs. So this is acetate acetate. And this has been printed on, and it's a little raised. It's not really embossed, but isn't that lovely?
Right, and it's all done in white.
Right. And here's a border. And then
how
there's
many
another
of each of these? There are
5 of each.
Five of each
Right.
design.
So lovely. So how might you use that? Well, here we are. And we've simply added it to the card. Just add it as a border. Now you're going to have extra acetate if you choose to use it this way, and you can do it with lots of different things. You can stamp on it. You can put dazzles. You can do coloring. So yeah. And you know what I didn't realize? This also has some of the parchment.
So let's bring in the parchment. And there that is.
The parchment, I've put a colored paper under each one just so you can see it, because parchment is lovely, and you're going to get 16 sheets, 4 of each design. So now you're not going to get the red part, so it's going to be white, but you can see that all over. And then again, we have a pattern with the lace on the edge.
Border, that's
very
beautiful.
Pretty. And then we have another pattern with the stripes, as you can see, and there's the pattern at the bottom.
That's great. When you have that border, you can use one part of it for a card and then the rest of it for lots of other ideas.
And here is the other one. Now these are the A4 size, so they're 8 1/4 by 11 3/4, I believe. And you get 4 of each one of those. So
correct.
That's going to do nicely. Let's see, I'm getting my things mixed up.
I've got it.
Okay, so we do have the parchment right in here. Now parchment, you can treat it like vellum. You can see it's going to give you that subtle look, and you can tear it. Those of you who are afraid of tearing, just gather all of your strength and go for it.
Parchment,
it works beautifully.
I think, looks extra beautiful with that little torn edge. It just does something with it.
So you can see, we'll back up just a smidge, so you can see that we've done all 3. So here's the luxury card kit, then the acetate, and the parchment.
Right.
Now this card, I forgot, inside.
And this is a folded top.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
right. This is an easel card.
It's an easel card.
Okay, so that piece of acetate becomes the background. You can see it's right up there.
It's the whole front of a card. It's the size of the front of the card. Then it's got parchment behind it, and it's just attached to the front fold of the card. The card was folded up and just placed on there.
Very pretty.
And then you can use one of those beautiful little labels to prop it up.
That is lovely. And easy.
Yeah, simple.
Okay, this is the one we should have shown first, because this just has the acetate. And look at that corner treatment, what it does, how it creates just a perfect place to add
those stacked flowers on that hydrangeas on there. It's just beautiful. And then up in the corners, I love that this is put together with a couple of embellies.
Okay. And then on the inside, just take one of the little flowers, and it's just beautifully done. This is the adorable scoreable, just one piece.
Just one piece.
Actually, this is not even half of a sheet, so that works nicely. Okay, now we also have this, and this is using more of the acetate, as you can see.
I love this card. And down on the bottom, there's the acetate. I believe that's been cut along the edge to show the design of that lace work. What's great about this card is here's this piece of cardstock, which if you turn it sideways, you see it's been folded over. So there's this one piece that's been folded over, and then underneath, she tucked the piece of acetate to connect it.
And it can slip right out of that ribbon.
That little ribbon.
And there you go. So good ways to use the acetate beautifully.
A little bit of jewel dazzles added, some purple jewel dazzles here and there.
Because you know how we are. Yes.
We always need more.
We're going to get into the postcards. So you want to bring those in. Actually, with that acetate, I like the butterflies kind of fluttering on top.
Do.
Yeah, nicely. Okay, postcards.
The postcard toppers.
Now, there are 18 of these sheets, and they come in, 5 different colors. And so you're going to get multiple sheets of each one.
Right. They're 8-inch by 8-inch, each sheet.
And again, they have the foiling, for which Hunkydory is so well known.
And they come in all of these similar colors because it's also from the Lace and Bloom collection. They fit that card kit just perfectly.
So here's the peach color.
And each one is a die cut. You can just pop them out.
Lavender, and you can see the flowers match.
And you can write on those. You can stamp on those.
Right.
Lots of ideas.
And here's lilac, and here is powder blue, and then we have this is just to show you that you get multiples of each one. You're going to get in total 18 of these sheets in all those different versions that I just showed you.
Lots and lots of little postcards in there.
And this is what we've done with those. Now, we have added these onto these giant cards that come. Now, these are die cut for you, and let's bring those in. So there are two different designs in the pack. One is this daisy, and if we get in close, you can see, hopefully.
Oh, that's
can you
a daisy.
See? Yeah, that you just pop these little pieces out, just like it's just that hard.
Right.
Just pop those little puppies out and pull them apart. And then you've got this long piece. Now this is measuring 6 inches wide by 12 inches long.
Right.
So you can decide if you want to just fold it to become a 6x6 card, or if you want to do a gatefold card, or just whatever you want. So there are 12 of these, and then there are 12 of this one. And here you can see it already popped out just like that. And in this case, we folded the cardstock.
Right, one whole piece to create that card. So these are quite a bit wider than the 6-inch wide. These look to be about 8-inch.
I think so.
Yes, 8-inch wide.
And they're a nice weight of cardstock also. They say it's a 300 GSM. And so it's going to give you just something, another look to your card making or your pages.
Right, I want to point out the little swirls there. Those are the die cuts that are popped out of the card.
Don't throw anything away. But how fun. Now we did do some violet suede paper right behind there.
And a little piece of a strip of that lace embossed acetate right there.
Isn't that just beautiful?
And
just
tuck
tuck three of them.
Postcards, very beautiful.
And then on the inside, there's another piece of the acetate and another postcard. And look how it's being hugged by those little innies from the card. Just quite lovely.
It's a beautiful use. It's a very large card for someone special.
It is. Now, something that Hunkydory does is they kind of do one press run of things, and then and then it's gone. So just want to make sure you know that.
That's right.
Now this is a combination of the parchment, as you can see, layered over the top. Isn't that pretty?
It is pretty. And what I like about this is that it's been journaled on, computer journaled on. You can write on it, or you can put it through the computer.
And look how simple that is, because there's just the adorable scoreable. Right. This is just laid over the top.
And this piece is just foam taped on top of there to create that 3D effect.
Well, and it holds it on, so that's an easy way to do it. So if you're not sure how to do your parchment, that's a good way. And on the inside, piece of adorable scoreable, 2 of the die cuts, and you're done.
And you're done.
Very easy.
A few jewel dazzles, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, perhaps, just if you really care. Yes, and scrapbookers, we do not forget about you, but look at what you can do. Now, there's a piece of the parchment, and it's been torn, because that's what we like.
Right.
And look at all of the die cuts that you get, but you still get that foiling.
Right. This is a beautiful collaged look and just sort of sprinkling the die cuts everywhere. But this is my favorite piece.
Yes.
In the die cut, on the die cut sheet for this is filled with this image of roses in 3 die cut pieces. But when you pop them all out, you have this frame, and it's perfect for a photo.
Just really what this has is lots of creative opportunities.
Sure. Even the button die cuts have been laced with a little bit of embroidery thread.
Right. Beautifully done. A nice little collage up there. And we've got the butterfly with words on it, twinkling down at the bottom.
This is some specialty paper has been used to mat this photo here. That's our silver linen paper.
Okay, so lots of creativity. As we said, Lace and Bloom is the newest from Hunkydory.
Start blooming.